Yeah, we can do the May 5th, because that's only 2 movements.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, May 5th, 2016, this is Brap Movement 1.
I have a hard time remembering timelines by year. I guess 2006 was a full year that we spent in the house in Scarborough.
Yeah.
And it was the following year that we had to move out.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
You're old people.
Well, then let's not think about how long ago high school was.
Please.
Because that's how long we've known each other.
Guess what album turns 20 this year?
Fragile already turned 20.
Oh, it did, because it came out, yeah. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to do the math with. One of the Tool albums turns 20?
I was thinking of the Fragile. That was the one.
Yeah, but it already turned 20.
I forgot it. It was released a couple months before I got it.
It was like 98?
No, 99 that it came out. The first single came out in July 20th, my birthday, 2008. Oh no, 2099? Yeah, it came out July 20th of 99 was the single, and then the album came out, I think, in the fall.
Okay. I thought it was 98 for some reason.
I'm going to be able to look this up in Wikipedia and have the text appear underneath me, and then it'll make me look brilliant. And if I'm wrong, I'll be able to edit this out entirely, and no one will know I was wrong.
And your credibility will be kept intact.
Exactly. That's why I'm the editor, because that means I can make myself sound smarter than Brad, no matter what. And if I don't, that just represents my editing. No, let's not go there, because you'll still sound smarter. Okay. This...
Yeah, I want to say that you...
This, I believe, was a solo performance. I don't remember having an audience for this one. Usually, the audience...
Yeah, there was only... The more we say it, I think there was only one night where we had more people in the room, and that was the one with the live instrumental performance.
I'm pretty sure there were 2 times we had people over, but one was like a large number of people, and another time might have just been like 4 or 5 others. But one time we had over 10 people, I think. Or it might have been around 10.
I don't know.
Between 8 and 12.
My memory of that time in my life is getting foggier with every passing day.
When you're in high school and you're thinking, how do old people forget so much stuff?
Time.
You'll understand when you get old. Well, the second half of this. It sounds like I'm in a robotic forest watching robotic birds.
But in like the PlayStation 2 era, so everything's polygons.
This was the PlayStation 2 era.
It sounds like polygonal birds and robots. Like somebody at that in that time of video games would have thought that this sounds futuristic.
Yeah. This chunk here actually could potentially be useful for something later on. As a pad to have something that happens resting on top of it. Mm-hmm.
Certainly a more interesting sound than the previous ones.
Absolutely. I didn't like that note.
Right. You and your screechy high notes.
Yeah. Alright. So that... Okay.
I frequently lent on droning really, really low bass, and you frequently lent on the opposite extreme, really high
That actually
pitches.
was part... Like, we did talk about that ahead of time, and it was just how will we keep things separate, and it's like, you'll have the bottom end, I've got the top end, and we'll just take care of it. And a lot of the setups I would have would kind of be long chains that would spiral out of control by feedbacking into each other, so those notes weren't anything I had intended on happening. It just, you listen to something for 3 seconds, you're like, that's cool, and you play it, and the thing with feedback is what happens after 10 seconds is a lot different.
But I think that happened naturally at first,
Yeah.
And then we decided that since this is where we tend to like to live, this is just part of the rules ultimately.
Well, yeah.
Improv has some rules. It's ultimately.
Well, that's my thing. You never fight against the natural flow. You go with it and just nudge it in useful directions. That's usually how I approach things. Or you just hit it with a bigger hammer until it works. Oh, this sounds like it might be interesting. Oh, no. This was one where I was corpsing you. I was trying to make you laugh.
Oh, certainly. Even this many years later, I still find it funny. Yeah. 13 years later, I still find this funny. 13 years. And again, I can hear where I am being that it's either... You're thinking it's the microphone?
I think this is a microphone. Is that you whistling into the microphone that was playing?
No, I definitely didn't whistle. This is either me tapping out a pattern on the keyboard and getting more and more frustrated with the fact that I can't hear anything that I'm doing. And then you pitch bending things way the hell up so that they're hilarious and ridiculous.
Yeah. It would be one of the settings with the granular synthesis plugin, where if I turned that one pitch bend thing up, it would just...
I would hit a string and you would make it MIDI. It'd go way off the deep end as far as digital sound.
Yeah. Like that.
Yep.
I had a pretty high noise gate on this one, which is why it's more percussive.
Mm-hmm. This sounds like a point where I've gone, fine, if you want to make noise, then let's make noise.
Sounds about right.
Resignation, that's what that sounds like.
I'm really glad I've lost that filter that just makes everything sound like hissing wind.
I mean, you overused that filter and I overused the strings. We both had our faults, our guilty pleasure go-to synthetic sounds.
Yep. All right. So that's the end of the May 5th, Braps. Are you happy with the visuals that I picked for?
Yeah, I think so.
They work.
They're more and more interesting the longer they last and the more digital artifacts and weirdness works into them.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Wave at the camera, Phineas. Say hello to all the YouTube peoples.
Okay, this next.